Hello to all my fellow numismatic coin collectors out there. This is Numismatic King with part 2 of my jobless rate rant video. I'm at my college right now. I've just been getting swamped with tests and assignments, and I've been pretty busy buying and selling stuff online on Kijiji. I recently acquired 15 Power Mac G5 desktop computers off a guy who was leaving the country, and he needed to clear up his storage locker, and he was trying to sell these individually one by one with little to no luck doing so. So I offered him what he was asking, and I bought all 15 of them as a favor to him because he needed to clear out and move out of the country because of a job offer and because he's getting married soon. So I saved the article from my part 1 of my rant video from the Toronto Star with the heading "City's Jobless Rate Soars Past 10%. And I've noticed a trend, guys. There's a lot of people buying and selling stuff online using platforms like Kijiji or eBay, more so local classifieds like Kijiji, because people simply can't afford to pay the ridiculous eBay fees and shipping and all of that stuff that's associated with selling on eBay. And on top of that, when you finally sell something, your money goes into lockdown on PayPal, and if they don't refund the buyer back because of frivolous complaints and all of that stuff, you have to convert your PayPal funds into your bank, which is another additional fee on top of your eBay fees. So people are more inclined to do local deals on Kijiji with cash offers. And I've noticed a trend, guys. There's a lot more people buying and selling online these days. And there's a lot more customers at local thrift shops like the Value Village, the Salvation Army, Goodwill, and people are all in it for the money, guys. I listed these Power Mac G5s for $100 each, knowing that they're going for around $300 to $350. And I sold 6 of them to one guy, 1 of them to somebody else, so I'm down to only about 9-10 units. And I noticed a trend. Everybody has been messaging me because of my very low price, because they're in it for the money, guys. If the guy buys it off me for $100, they're gonna turn around and sell it back for 300, if not 200. They're gonna double their money, and I'm okay with that. People gotta do whatever they have to do if they're unemployed or if they're making minimum wage to try to make ends meet and put food on the table for their family, and that's totally okay with me. So in this news article, it says that Toronto is booming. Mayor says he has fulfilled mandate of job creation. And I find that very interesting because the government's not addressing the real issues. The main issue is taxation, the ridiculous taxes that we pay. If you're making $50,000 a year, you fall between the 30% tax bracket. And if you're making over 50, so 100,000, you fall within the 48% tax bracket. And when you factor in the cost of living, the property taxes we pay, every time we go to the grocery store, the taxes we pay on our food and clothing and all that stuff, we're paying at least 50% of our hard-earned money as taxes. So recently in Toronto, they are increasing the minimum wage to $11 an hour. And I talked to a buddy of mine who was working security, and he was making $20 an hour. And he told me he ended up with only $14 an hour after all his taxes got deducted off his paycheck. So if somebody's making $11 an hour, they end up with around $8. $8 an hour. That's barely enough to get by. You can't survive off of $8 an hour, so people are forced to find 2-3 part-time jobs to make ends meet. And whoever can't work and can't find a job, they have to turn to local classifieds and buy and sell stuff, which is tax-free, so they keep what they earn. And I found that very interesting because the government's not addressing the real issues here. The problem is taxation. The problem is not increasing the minimum wage. When the minimum wage is increased to $11, what does that mean? That means employers are less inclined to hire lower skilled individuals. So they're hiring overqualified individuals with little to no benefits, no retirement, none of that stuff that comes with working at $11 an hour, and they get taxed off of that, and they only end up with around $8 an hour, which is barely enough to live off of. I know a lot of these companies like Microsoft just let go thousands of employees. BlackBerry's pretty much done. They're selling to another company. All these high-paying jobs with benefits and retirement plans are getting all weeded out of the system for low-paying, minimum wage, no benefit jobs. And I find it very interesting how they quoted Mayor Rob Ford stating that Toronto is booming. So he claims that he has fulfilled mandate of job creation, but they're not addressing that they're letting go hundreds of thousands of high-paying jobs to fill the low-paying jobs with no benefits. And it's just basically they're putting the blinders on and they're saying we're doing everything we can, but they're not addressing the real issue of taxation. So if you guys agree or disagree, comment below. Remember to like this video and subscribe. This was Numismatic King, signing out.